Good morning and welcome to the Automation News Headline Show for today. It's Tuesday. It's currently 8:46 in the morning. It's September 10th, 2024. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching this morning, tonight, or tomorrow morning. I do want to thank you all for tuning in. And with that, let's go ahead and talk about the news for today. We got a lot of it. But first, I want to ask that if you do enjoy this episode, wherever you're watching the live stream, please give us a like, a sub, and a share. Especially if you can even just give us a like, really appreciate that. It helps us find a bigger audience and other vendors to cover on the shows. And with that, I do want to announce it that the Automation School is now having 1 to 4 person custom training. I'm not yet doing like scheduled training where I do a week of Control Logics 1 week and a week of Siemens the next week. I'm starting off by doing either 4 hour or 8 hour sessions. I have customers who've actually booked multiple 8 hour sessions. And I'm ready to do Control Logics, Compact Logics, and S7 1200, and I may be able to do other maybe unified HMIs as well as Piano View Pluses. So just reach out to me over at theautomationschool.com or on LinkedIn if you're interested. I really want to get more and more people coming in every week, and not only do I love helping people learn stuff, but I become a better instructor because every question that comes in from a student helps me look at things a different way. And I just noticed I got to do some cable management here. But in any case, I wanted to share that, guys, with you. So please reach out, whether it's 1 or 4 people. We can handle you here. We're not doing full-blown 8 person classes yet. You can see I got 4 stations set up there well, this is Allen Bradley Logics. But in any case, from there, I want to go over to the news and other news from other vendors. And this is a delivery release for TIA Portal Cloud version 4.6 with TIA Portal v19. I thought this was already out, but it's now available. So I wanted to share that with you. Also, Rockwell, I thought this was interesting. I've never used PharmaSuite, but I love the updates that they do. Some really, not what we would call usability or customer-centric updates to this product. So kudos to them. You guys, if you're interested, check out that link. Again, all the links will be at theautomationblog.com. All the links I covered today will be there in this show's post. From there, we go to Yokogawa, and they announced, we talk about their OperaX. They have a lot of promotional stuff on OperaX every month, but they released their OperaX Intelligent Manufacturing Hub. It's now available outside of Japan, and I was just looking at it, man. It looks very interesting. You get KPIs for every level of the organization, and just look like a very interesting solution out there. I'm not saying they're the only ones who have it. I'm just saying they just announced that this is now available, and it looks very interesting. From there, Bomber, who I always think is a sensor company, right? They have acquired a leading Indian flow meter manufacturer, Manis Microsystems. And you can see Manis right there. They got this nice garden here as part of their facility. And congratulations to Bomber on the acquisition. From there, we go over to PNF. They just released a new PGV positioning system. This is ideal for we can have space savings where your AGVs need to read either lines or colors or codes, whether they be stickers, labels, or etched metal. In any case, they're very compact. They also have 2 versions. One is designed with a TCP/IP interface for like an embedded computer. The other is designed with field buses like CAN Open, Ethernet IP, Profibus, Profinet, and now EtherCAT. So a very interesting new product there. And then we go over to Keyence. I don't think Keyence is a PLC company, but this PLC has so many cool features in it. It supports Ethernet IP up to 256 connections. It's a quad core. It's integrated with their existing software. So if you're using some of the other PLCs, it's the same software. And this feature I thought was really cool is that it has a built-in machine operation recorder. So it's recording what's happening with your I/O the whole time, like kind of like our cameras do when they can, record a minute of video before we press the record button. But this is more than a minute. This is recording all of the operations, and I just think it's cool. I reached out to them to invite them on the show. I'd like to know more about this. From there, we go over to Advantech. They launched a new DIN rail mount IPC with AI options. And Bomber released a new flat ultrasonic sensor, UF200, as you can see in that picture if you're watching. Very flat indeed. 20.5 millimeters, I think. Bill Weedman has a new Aussie 5 counter. This is a very small 2 counter unit, And if you're only using one counter, you can use the other one as a digital input, but it's designed to fit in your wire duct, so you don't have to actually get an enclosure for it. So I thought that was very cool. And over at Oriental Motor, they have new additional products in their CVD series fully closed control Type 5 phase stepper motor drivers. That was a mouthful. From there, we go over to Siemens, back to Siemens, and they launched new editions of their IPC BX and PX series. These are the kind of the lower levels with the less cores. If you don't have as many, 6 cores and 8 cores, if you don't have a high-end application. Now, if you want to learn all about the Siemens IPC offering, we had one of their experts on the Automation Podcast to go through the whole line, and I learned a whole bunch about it. And then over at Profi News, we have 4 new products with either IO-Link or Profibus or Profinet. We have some mass flow and pressure sensors from Alicat Scientific. We have some 3-meter range miniature photo eyes from Banner through Turk. We talked about that previously. We have laser sensors with Profinet from Micro Epsilon. And then we have, and I did not see this on the Nord website, but we do have a new VFD from Nord, the NordPack Pro. It looks like, is that SK 500P lineup? So those are the new products there. Over at the Automation School, we got a couple new things going on. We have new lessons. I filmed a couple of lessons yesterday for the Unified HMI and building a control screen from scratch. I actually give the students a simulated code that simulates a process. And so I filmed the first 2 out of, I think will be 4 lessons, 3 or 4 lessons on that. So, I actually give the students a bunch of buttons and lights too. I didn't find any button, pilot light, and selector switches images in their library. I was surprised about this. I didn't find any in their library that I thought were usable. So I've given my students, I don't know, maybe 100 images or more that they can use for their own personal use or in their own personal projects, not to redistribute, of course, but in any case, those are coming out. I think they'll like them. And then overall, we do every Friday, we have, if you're a student, you're getting the level 2 students and level 2 members get all the Q&As. So there's like 5 or 6 of them now, each a half an hour in length. So that is every week you're getting another half hour of education. And the Q&A is potpourri. So it's on a wide-ranging topics, but all you students are getting those, level 2 students are getting that every week for free. And then every week you get a 1-hour session. I wish I could pause this. I got to look at pause of this. But every week we have a 1-hour session where I'm in the office from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern on Fridays to answer any student questions. It's via Teams link that you get in lesson 111. And so you're getting that for free too. You bought a $50 course. You get the course for life. You get Q&A support for life. Plus you're getting a new half hour every week Q&A. Plus you're getting an hour of office time to stop by and ask me questions. So it's the best value on the planet. And like I said at the beginning, if you want to come in and do in-person training, I do that as well. With that, as far as the Automation Podcast coming out today, tomorrow at 3:30, it's going to be my sit down with Schneider to talk about their new solar VFD. You can actually plug your batteries or solar panels directly into the DC bus. Very cool technology, and I think you guys would really like that. That is sponsored, so there will be no commercials. I love that. The video will be free, so it actually underwrites almost all my costs, so which is very good because it's another month we get to keep the lights on. So, for that one day of production. But in any case, with that, if you do enjoy these shows, please give us a like, a sub, and a share. It's the only way we can grow our audience and find new vendors to come on the show. So it's all up to you guys whether we sink or swim. Is if you like the show, if you give it a like. I also want to thank all our members out there. I had a little mix-up this morning. I was doing the member show for everybody. I had to stop and undo it. But I do want to thank all our members because it's getting to the point where we're going to have so many members, we'll be able to just expand what we do. Now, tomorrow's shows, both of the Automation Show for members and the freebie, the Automation Minute for the public, I'm going to talk about how to connect to a SLC 100. That's the PLC I learned on back in 1990, the first one anyways. And I got everything set up in the other room. I tested it. I got DOSBox. So we'll run through that soup to nuts in the morning. I think I'm going to live stream it. It makes it easier for me because I don't have to edit anything. And then we'll do a kind of a wrap up the Automation Minute for the public. Just telling them what they need to know to get that working. But there are a few key things you got to know, but it is so doable that I think their frustration is going to just melt away. But with that, thank you if you're a member on the automationblog.com or Insights in Automation, really appreciate you guys. If you want to know more about becoming a member and what benefits there are, just go to automationblog.com/join and you'll see this page here, and it lays out all the membership. I had a lot of things planned for this, but when you're self-employed, the number one job is to keep the lights on. So we will be adding new things to this as time allows, but in any case, that is the information you'll find there. And with that, that is it for the Headline News Show today. I hope you all have a great Tuesday. If you're watching this tomorrow morning on Wednesday, I hope you have a great Wednesday. And if you don't want to know anything about what's going on in politics, I suggest checking out the game Satisfactory. Version 1.0 comes out today, and it's a really fun game, especially if you're into automation and logistics. I've had a lot of fun playing with other engineers, and it's just a fun game. So in any case, and it's a great thing to play while you listen to a podcast like my shows. So in any case, I do want to wish you all good health and happiness. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat, and until next time, my friends, peace.